In one of those houses where the white masters were there and the blacks were treated as slaves, years ago before apartheid was abolished, there was this house where Miss Shirley was celebrating her birthday, and she had a black servant as her slave. Unable to handle the humiliation of being a slave, it seems the black child left the house with tears in his eyes, was walking in the street when the black kid noticed a gas balloon vendor who was releasing one balloon at a time into the air to draw the attention of other children. This black child saw a red balloon, a blue balloon, and eventually a white balloon go into the air. Unable to curtail his curiosity, he went to the gas balloon vendor and asked, "Uncle, you released a red, blue and white balloon that went into the air. If you release a black balloon, will it go to the top?" Because for a child who all through his life has never seen a black come up where white could, his conditioning was very natural to ask this question: where a white balloon has gone up, can a black balloon go up? Maybe for the first time the child met a good human being, a good Samaritan. The gas balloon vendor gently threw his arms around the shoulders of the child and said, "My son, it's not the outside of the balloon that takes it to the top. It is the inside of the balloon that takes it to the top. And I want you to know, all balloons that go up are made of the same inside stuff." I'm here basically to tell all of you, it's not the outside of a human being, it's the inside of the human being that determines what they become in life. What is possible for one human being is possible for every human being. After all, till that morning, when the sun did rise, there was this barrister who didn't even know that a giant of a personality was sleeping within him, ready to unfold through an incident today. And yet, that day when he was traveling in the train in South Africa, when he was hurled into the platform, for whatever reasons, he was awakened. The seed for a Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi becoming a Mahatma Gandhi was sown on that day. After all, a school teacher who didn't even believe that she could ever be even headmistress of a school, but moved by the lifestyle of the downtrodden, was awakened, and the world got to witness a Mother Teresa. All I wish to share with each one of you is, when you were in the womb of the mother, there's no difference between you and anybody who has ever made history. History making is a possibility that unfolded to those human beings who were awakened to the potential that was sleeping within them. There is nothing in a caterpillar, even scientifically, there is nothing in a caterpillar that suggests that it can become a butterfly. And yet, most caterpillars become a butterfly. The day a caterpillar decides, enough, it has been a caterpillar, and it begins to seek the transcendental form of a butterfly, is the beginning of new possibilities. Similarly, a time comes in the life of every individual, you, me and everybody, when we make this decision, that's enough that we have lived our life as whatever we have been, and begin to awaken ourselves to the sleeping potential within us, to the sleeping possibilities within us. When we begin to do justice to the potential within us, limitless possibilities begin to unfold from us. This is just my call through this program of 52 thoughts to each and every one of you. Let us awaken the potential sleeping within us. Let's discover the giant possibilities that are sleeping within us. If it has happened to so many people in the world who lived an ordinary life, not even knowing what they were capable of, to the mid-age of their life. And then when they were awakened to the possibilities, they became history makers in the times to unfold. It can happen to you. It can happen to each one of you. And this entire program of 52 Thoughts is to awaken each one of you to the limitless possibilities that is sleeping inside each one of us. I have to share with you an incident that happened in the life of Sir Edmund Hillary. Multiple times he had attempted to scale Mount Everest and failed every time. It seems one of those times he was standing in front of the portrait of Mount Everest, and staring at the portrait of Mount Everest, Sir Edmund Hillary said, "The more and more you reject me, the more and more I am becoming determined that one day I will stand at the top of you. And I know I will do it. You know why? Even as Mount Everest, you cannot grow any further. But I as a human being will continue to grow. Mount Everest is not going to grow any further. Pacific Ocean is not going to get any deeper. The sun is not going to get any hotter. And yet, nobody ever has, and nobody ever will ever define a limitation to the human potential. I just want each one of you to realize limits exist just between your 2 ears. Except what you believe to be your limitation, there's no limitation to human potential. Wake up. Stand up. Recognize your role in life. Get in touch with the core of you. Believe that you're cut out for much, much bigger things in life than what you have been doing with your life. Tell yourself your best is yet to come. Discover the sleeping giant within you. Get ready to be awakened. Who knows what will unfold in the times to come. This entire episode of 52 Thoughts is going to be touching various facets of human life, one at a time, and see how we can discover the quality of relationship that we can share with our own self, which is the primary relationship in life, the quality of relationship we can enjoy with the world outside, which is your secondary relationship in life, and eventually how we can develop that transcendental relationship with that celestial force and thereby live a holistic life. This is my call to each one of you. Enough that we have lived the life of a caterpillar. Let us wake up to the possibilities of a butterfly. Wake up. Look inside. Examine your thoughts. Develop this faith that the best time of your life is ahead of you. Let me remind you of a lesson from the road. Every time I drive, some of my vehicle keeps telling me, use the rear view mirror, purely as a reference. And all the life that we have lived, all our yesterdays, our entire past, is nothing more than that rear view mirror. Just reminding us of what all we have gone through in life, what are all the possibilities, successes and failures, all there for a purpose to teach us a very important lesson on what we can be and what we should not be. But let's remember, the entire driving has to be done through the windshield. The future that we will encompass is ahead of us. Look through the windshield. Be futuristic. Believe in the tomorrows of your life. I firmly believe the person you will become in life is already waiting for you sometime out there in the future. Let's go and meet him. It's an old saying, any day can be the last day of human life. Let's live with a new paradigm. Today is the first day to the rest of your life. Today is the beginning of your life. Your entire future begins today. So let's draw a line to our past. Let's believe in an outstanding future that you can create for yourself, and treating today as the beginning of a new future. Let us majestically march forward and create the person God intended us to be in life. In this journey with all of you, promising to be with